America has spoken. The Republicans now control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. This trifecta gives them significant power to shape the country's direction. It's a big deal. But what does it actually mean? In simple terms, it means the Republicans can push their agenda more easily. They can pass laws, appoint judges, and influence policy with fewer roadblocks. This is a big win for them and a potential turning point for America. The Democrats, now in the minority, face an uphill battle. Their ability to influence policy is limited. They must rely on negotiation, compromise, and public pressure to make their voices heard. It's a tough position to be in. The next few years will be crucial. The Republicans have a chance to implement their vision for America. The Democrats must find ways to resist, adapt, and prepare for the future. The stakes are high for both parties and for the American people. The idea of one party controlling everything might seem unusual, but it's happened before. History, for all its faults, can be a helpful guide. Let's rewind the clock. The 1920s saw a Republican surge. They dominated the political landscape. The result? Tax cuts for the wealthy, deregulation of industry, and a hands-off approach to the economy. Sound familiar? Fast forward to the early 2000s. Another Republican trifecta under George W. Bush. Tax cuts returned, along with deregulation and a focus on social conservatism. The consequences were significant, shaping the political and economic landscape for years to come. These examples show that unified control can lead to sweeping changes. The Republicans today have a similar opportunity. Will they follow the same playbook? Or will they chart a different course? Only time will tell. Taxes. The lifeblood of government and a perennial source of political debate. Republicans love to cut them. Democrats often prefer to adjust them. Now, the GOP holds the cards. So, buckle up, taxpayers. Things are about to get interesting. Republican tax plans typically favor lower rates, especially for businesses and high earners. They argue this stimulates economic growth. Critics counter that these cuts disproportionately benefit the wealthy and can lead to budget deficits. Healthcare, education, and infrastructure all rely on tax revenue. Cuts in one area mean less funding for another. This can impact everything from school quality to road repairs to access to affordable health care. The devil, as always, is in the details. Will the Republicans pursue broad-based cuts or targeted reductions? Will they address the growing national debt? These decisions will have profound implications for all Americans. Healthcare. It's a fundamental right for some, a luxury for others, and a political football for all. The Affordable Care Act, ACA, also known as Obamacare, expanded coverage but remains controversial. With Republicans in control, its future is uncertain. Repealing and replacing the ACA was a key GOP promise. They argue it's too expensive and burdensome. However, previous attempts to dismantle it faced fierce opposition, even within their own party. Finding a replacement that satisfies everyone will be a formidable challenge. Beyond the ACA, Republicans often favor market-driven healthcare solutions. This means less government intervention and more reliance on private insurance. They believe this increases choice and lowers costs. Critics argue it could leave millions uninsured or underinsured. The healthcare debate is complex and emotionally charged. It touches on fundamental questions of access, affordability, and the role of government. The decisions made in the coming years will have a profound impact on the health and well-being of millions of Americans. Section 5. Building walls or building bridges. The future of immigration. Immigration. It's a topic that sparks passionate debate. Republicans often favor stricter border control and limits on legal immigration. They argue this protects American jobs and security. Democrats generally support a more welcoming approach, including a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. They see immigrants as vital contributors to American society. The Trump era saw a hardening of immigration policy. The border wall became a powerful symbol, along with increased deportations and restrictions on asylum seekers. Will the Republicans continue these policies? Or will they seek a more moderate approach? The economic and humanitarian implications of immigration policy are significant. Businesses rely on immigrant labor, while families are torn apart by deportation. Finding a balance between security concerns and compassion will be crucial. The immigration debate is not just about numbers, it's about people's lives, dreams, and futures. The decisions made in Washington will have a profound impact on the fabric of American society. Section 6. Deregulation. Déjà vu. A look at the economic crystal ball. Deregulation. It's a word that sends shivers down the spines of some and sparks joy in the hearts of others. Republicans see it as a magic wand, unleashing the free market and boosting the economy. Democrats often view it with suspicion, fearing it will lead to corporate greed and environmental damage. The financial crisis of 2008, fueled in part by deregulation, serves as a cautionary tale. The collapse of the housing market and the subsequent recession had a devastating impact on millions of Americans. Despite this, Republicans often argue that excessive regulation stifles innovation and job creation. They favor rolling back rules they see as burdensome, particularly in industries like energy and finance. The debate over regulation is essentially a debate about the role of government in the economy. Should it act as a referee, ensuring fairness and protecting consumers? Or should it take a back seat, allowing businesses to operate with minimal interference? The answers will have a significant impact on the American economy and the lives of working people. Section 7. A nation divided? Societal impacts and public response. America in 2024. A nation divided. The Republican trifecta has emboldened some and alienated others. The cultural and social fault lines that run through American society seem wider than ever. On issues like abortion, gun control, and LGBTQ+ rights, the two parties are miles apart. This division is reflected in the media, on social media, and around dinner tables across the country. The Republican agenda, often seen as socially conservative, could further inflame these tensions. This could lead to protests, legal challenges, and increased polarization. The Democrats, now the party of opposition, face a difficult choice. Do they compromise to achieve some of their goals? Or do they hold firm to their principles, even if it means gridlock? The answers to these questions will shape the social and political landscape for years to come. One thing is certain: America is in for a bumpy ride. Section 8. Every vote counts. The power of the people in 2026 and beyond. The 2024 election is over, but the fight for America's future is far from finished. In 2 short years, the midterms will be upon us, and with them, a chance to reshape the political landscape. Voter turnout in midterm elections is often lower than in presidential elections, but these elections are crucial. They determine which party controls Congress and has the power to enact or obstruct legislation. The Republicans' success in 2024 hinges on their ability to maintain their hold on Congress in 2026. The Democrats, meanwhile, will be looking to regain lost ground. Every vote will count. Engaging in the political process, from registering to vote to contacting elected officials, is more important than ever. The future of American democracy depends on it. Section 9. The road ahead, navigating uncertainty in a new political landscape. The future is unwritten, but one thing is clear: America is at a crossroads. The Republican trifecta presents both opportunities and challenges. The decisions made in the coming years will have a profound impact on the country's trajectory. Will the Republicans usher in an era of prosperity and unity? Or will their policies exacerbate existing divisions and lead to greater inequality? Will the Democrats find a way to effectively oppose the Republican agenda and offer a compelling alternative vision for the future? The answers to these questions remain to be seen. But one thing is certain: the American people must remain engaged, informed, and vigilant. The future of their democracy depends on it.